Hey, it's Mark and Grace, Noble Notary Signing Service, the Notary Ninja podcast. The shirt says, I have a black belt and crazy. That used to be true, yeah. Okay, so today we're talking about a signing service called Solidifi.
Mark take it away because I turned in my paperwork and have never gotten an assignment from him.
Never got a single thing
he gets
from
them all,
him. So
and
I haven't gotten anything from a while, so let me tell you about my experience with Solidifi. So Solidifi actually reached out to me, I think on LinkedIn, and said, hey, join our network. Never heard from them at that point, but so they just had reached out. I thought, okay, looked them up, they look legit. Had an app that you downloaded. I turned in my vendor contract, which was pretty extensive, but it was pretty good. They were rocking them out. They basically text me through the app or get a notification through the app. And they're almost all, I want to say, Amerisave, the lender Amerisave, where the documents pretty predictable, pretty easy to do. Their start pay was always 110, which I liked that. And sometimes it'd go up around to 125. So pretty good. It was a pretty good experience with them. And then one day, I never heard from them since. It's just like they just disappeared. So I don't know if they lost the Amerisave contract. I think they're still in business. Their site's still up. I don't even know if I can get into their site or into their app anymore. Every time I've tried to log in, it's like there's some kind of issue. I don't really care. Fortunately, at the same time that some of that stuff downtrended, we had transitioned into multi-services, legal document preparation, and some other things that were taken off. So it really didn't matter. It's kind of like you just go with the higher ticket stuff instead of that. So it wasn't really an issue. Obviously, we still like doing signings. We still do them ourselves. So we still like to keep a good working network and relationship with signing service companies. But unfortunately, Solidifi is not one of them. Maybe you can connect with them. Maybe they still do have signings and they just don't like me. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point, I guess. But
you do have to keep in mind, though, with this market, I mean, you guys probably aren't getting a lot of signings either. Everybody I talk to, this is just the market that we're in. So this is why you diversify yourself and offer multi-services, because you want to go where the money is. And this will come back. So it is great to make these relationships with these signing companies and title companies, because everything's going to come back booming at some point. Right. It always does.
And if you're curious about multi-services and what we're talking about, a more stable business model, I actually have a blog on Medium, and I'll put the link in the description. You can go read it, because I really kind of break it down. And basically the difference between our business model and kind of the business model that like the Mark Wills teach.
The loan signing.
Yep. I actually call the article The Rise and Fall of the Loan Signing System. And it's not to be mean. It's just that courses like that tend to have a shelf life, and that business model on some level has a shelf life to it that it right now is probably past. And then I compare that to how we preemptively created a multi-service business model that has recession-proofed that whole debacle, as I would kind of call it. Yeah. And maybe that's where Solidifi finds themselves right now, is they just don't have a lot of sources of signings, but maybe they do. So go check them out. And if you find out or you hear otherwise, hey, comment in the video and let us know what's up with that. So that is it.
Grade them. What do you grade them?
I mean, working for them, they were probably, I would say a B. Yeah, B+. They were pretty good. The fact that they up and disappeared is unfortunate, I guess. But maybe there's just something I don't know that's going on in the back end there. So, all right, that is it. Solidifi, stay tuned for the next review of a signing service company.